You just like making me shorter than what I already am.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Piney Woods Homestead, y'all. What are we doing today?
Digging potatoes.
And that is what for you?
My favorite thing.
She's gonna get her hands dirty, y'all. I'm gonna sit back and watch.
Yep.
I'll probably get my hands dirty too. Guys, thanks for stopping in at the Piney Woods Homestead. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't. And if you have, as always,
we appreciate you.
Let's get dirty digging some taters.
I'll get dirty digging some taters.
I'll drink some cold tea.
Yeah, there you go.
Sweet tea.
Yes. And this bed is our Yukon Golds. As you can see, they've died back. So they're ready to get out of the ground. And I'm ready for them to be out of the ground. And these are right at their days to maturity, which has been, I think, 80 some days. So they're right where they need to be. And we're pulling them now because we've got, well, one, they're ready. But we've got about 5 to 6 inches of rain coming this week. And this was not on my list for this week, but I don't want rotten potatoes.
Shoot, no, after waiting this long. But they're pretty.
They are pretty.
Y'all, my favorite way to eat these Yukon Golds is after they have been canned, we take the smaller ones and can them whole. That's my favorite way. I think they just taste better canned whole. Throw them in a pan with a little bit of olive oil and some seasonings, a little parsley. Warm them through. They are excellent.
Yeah, they really are. And the Yukon Golds can very well.
As compared to the russets.
Right, yeah, because they're not as high in starch as the russets.
They're very buttery, and that's what I like about them, y'all.
We also grew some good worms, too.
They are. These beds are full of worms.
Yeah.
The good kind.
The good kind, yes, yes. But if you haven't grown potatoes before, they're easy to grow. And, you know, the harvesting is my favorite part. So you never know what you're going to find.
There's going to be a lot more down in there deep, too.
Yeah.
You ain't even got started yet.
Oh, I know. And we will just, do not compost your potato vines. That's one of the things you don't want in your compost pile. So I'm just going to load them in the cart and we'll dispose of them. Oh. There is the seed potato.
Let me see that. A lot of roly-polies. Some stink bugs. These little ones are my favorites. There's a bunch of taters down in here. But you do the digging, I'll do the pulling. I was worried with the lack of rain if they wouldn't fill out too well, but it's moist down in there. I mean, it's not bone dry. We hadn't watered them a ton. show y'all what a king snake looks like. See the pattern going down his back? This is a young one. He's actually shedding his skin. Kind of matches my hat. King snakes are beneficial, y'all. They're going to help get rid of mice, moles, voles, and I don't know if it's true or not, but they're supposed to help keep poisonous snakes away. And knock on some wood, in 8 years I've yet to see a poisonous snake out here. But I almost stepped on this one. We need to mow out here, and he's a small one. We've seen several king snakes around over the past few years, but I'm wearing gloves, y'all, because they stink. Snakes stink. It's just the funk that they got on them. But I'm gonna turn him loose away from the chicken coop, because he ain't quite big enough to eat eggs, but he's probably bold enough to try. So what you think about a snake being in your garden?
That's why I don't like to let the weeds get up high, but
We might have to weed eat today.
yeah.
We'll get that sling blade out one. Taters looking good though. You're still digging and still finding.
Oh yeah.
Plenty of taters. We need about 6 beds of them like this.
Well, then you need to make more beds apparently, because I need some of these beds for other things.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna have to make some more beds just dedicated to potatoes. Instead of 2, about 6 of them.
That'll work.
Then we'll have more than enough potatoes.
Yeah. Well, we still have the bed of the russets to go, but they're starting to die back a little bit, but they're not quite there. So.
Look at all the worms.
I know. It's like a worm farm in here. And
it really
huge.
is. They're
And they're
humongous
huge.
worms.
Yeah.
Oh, there's baby worms too. They're just breeding
yeah.
in here. I mean, you can't scoop the dirt up without hitting worms. I don't know if the camera's even picking this up.
There's a baby one.
That's just a sign of good compost. There's plenty in here for them to eat and reproduce. Holy moly. Look at that.
Salamander. What is it? What are they called? Not salamander.
Some kind of lizard.
Is it a skink? Is that what it's called? It's something like that.
I don't know, but it's
can't
called I don't want to grab that one.
That's why you don't like digging in the dirt.
I like digging in the dirt with the excavator.
Yeah, not with your hands.
Y'all, we're going to weigh them straight in this tote on this old scale we used on the farm for strawberries. Lord, I can't read it.
You want me to read it?
You may have to read it.
Let's see. I think you went on past the weight.
All right, unfortunately, this scale only goes to 30 pounds. That was confusing me, so we're going to separate it, weigh them out, and see just what our yield is.
Well, not unfortunately. Fortunately, we have over 30 pounds of potatoes.
Yeah, that's a good thing. All right, y'all, the final weight is in. How much?
35 pounds.
35. I told her on the way in here, I said, I believe it's 35. She said, I believe it's 50. I said, I believe it's about 35. 35 pounds, and that's off of 5 pounds of seed potato that we cut up, Yukon Golds. 1.5 pounds of triple 13 fertilizer is all that we use, because remember, we use chicken litter, composted chicken litter. So that's not bad for basically a 4x8 bed of potatoes. 35 pounds.
No.
And we have about $7.50 in it, y'all.
Yep.
Plus our time, but we don't count that because this is how we live.
And that's more than we got last year. And we still have canned potatoes left from last year.
Yeah.
So we'll have...
We ration these canned potatoes, y'all, because I love them that much. But we should get about the same amount of yield on those russets. We'll show you what we're going to do with those when the time comes. Something I think you might find interesting. Guys, we enjoy growing our food, if you can't tell.
Yep.
Y'all have a good day, a great week. We'll see you on the next one. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise too high.